Hi, this is Dr. Ben Morrill. Welcome to episode 81 of Reptile Genetics Weekly. Glad to have you here. We got some fun stuff to talk about and someone here to talk with us, which from the thumbnail, you kind of already have an idea, but get to talk about some cool results and interesting way to send your sheds in. Thought was pretty sweet. But first of all, for an update on samples and results going out, the fast tests are still going well. In most cases, you'll have your results in 1-2 business days, and then sex determination in 3 to 5 business days for both ball pythons and clubrids. And the next panel results, it will not be this week. It may be late next week or early the following week. So I think I said this last week, but once again, I'll be able to tell you for sure when we have next week's episode. I should know for sure when that's coming again. But yeah, that's all I have for sample updates. Kayla, how are you doing?
Hey, Ben, I'm doing good. Excited for today's episode, mostly because when you showed me the stuff that Justin of Armless Angels was sending in, I was like, dude, this is like honestly gold star out of everybody who's been sending them in.
Beautiful.
It's definitely my favorite way to do it. So I'm excited to talk about that. Yeah. But let's go ahead and bring him on. Hi, Justin.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. Glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Justin, do you want to tell us about Armless Angels?
Well, yeah, I'm Justin from Armless Angels. Been breeding now for probably going on 8 years now. So yeah, just
That's awesome.
To produce some nice snakes and keep the ball rolling.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
All right.
You've got some pretty ones.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
So we'll do some business stuff, and since Justin, you've you've done the stuff that we're talking about, so we're going to bring you along with us here. Okay. So we have like a la carte style morph testing. So people have asked us before, both on Morph Market or Clutch, our partners, being able to do little like pick and choose which morphs they want to test and get a discount for doing them in bundles. And so that's exactly what we have.
If you want to do more than one test on an animal, then you get a price break. So you're not necessarily having to pay that full price for every test. If you want to test it one animal for 3, another one for 5 different morphs, and another one for 1, there's that flexibility now. Before it was just single tests and double tests, and then we had the panels, but now you're able to just choose however you want to do it. And then one thing that Justin just recently did, we on top of the price break you get for multiple tests on a single shed, also if you have a whole bunch of animals, like especially for breeders, or if you have several, we've had people reach out to us that have a rescue and they have several animals they want to do sex determination or morph testing on, so they can let the people know that are going to come and get animals from them as well. Whatever your situation, if you've got multiple you want to run, then we can give you an additional price break. And so what you do is you send an email to Sean at raregeninc@gmail.com, and whatever that list is, he can give you a customized quote for what you're doing. So Justin just recently sent in, I don't know, it was a pretty good pile. Do you remember how many it was?
It was close to 15, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to share some of the results, but do we have the pictures for the way Justin sent them in? Is that next that we're going to cover?
We were going to talk about the Kenova open house, but I mean we can like tease it though, just because they're really like they're so good. They're like their own little here. I'll blow it up a little bit easier, a little bit more so y'all can see it better. But oh my gosh, they're amazing.
Yeah. Beautiful. So Justin, how did you get these made?
I actually did them through Vistaprint.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because what they are, they're the little hotel key card holders.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, and I just went in and customized them.
Oh my gosh, that's so smart.
Yeah.
That's definitely like the most organized. I would have never. Kayla's seen how I organize things with sheds. That's one of the things she comes and helps me with is organize. I'm not good at that. I would have never come up with this. But that is beautiful and nice that you have an envelope, but you can also, put it in a small Ziploc and put it right there with it, and
Yeah.
have what you want it tested for and plenty of space to let us know. And then also be able to, advertise for your business.
Yeah.
Problem. I was having Ziploc bags with sheds all over the snake room, hanging on tubs. So I said, well, let me come up with a more organized way of doing this. So that worked out pretty well.
That is so awesome. I love it. Great for orders, and also great on our end because, I mean, we're not going to lose it there. It's all perfect. Just, wow, chef kiss, gold star. Amazing. I love it. But yeah, so tell us about the Kenova open house.
Yeah, so it was my first time going. It was definitely went really well. It was a lot of fun. Well attended. Had people from all over. I met people from Oregon and people from like Connecticut and Massachusetts and pretty much everywhere in between. We went from not only east to west, but also north to south. I guess Justin, you're one of the more southern ones in the group. Yeah, there's people from all over. It was great.
Awesome.
And Justin, you said you've been at least one other time?
Oh, I think I went to the open house one other time, but that was my third time at Justin's place. Yeah.
So as someone who has never been, what does that entail? Like what do y'all do?
Everything. This place is like Candyland. And I mean,
I bet.
Pull this tub, pull that tub. Everything is just bangers.
Oh, I bet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the time goes by so fast, man. I just kind of just want to stay. He needs to do like an overnight.
Right. It's like bring your sleeping bags, just hang out in the snake room,
Right. Overnight at Kenova.
The first time I went there, it was to pull sheds to be able to design new tests. And I was in the snake room for 6 hours pulling sheds. And I looked up at one point and Justin had walked in and he had put his coat on and he's like, he wasn't tapping his fingers, but I think he was close to it. He's like, oh yeah, okay, we can go.
It's like this nerd's been pulling skins for like 6 hours.
Yeah,
it's for good purpose.
Fun.
Don't worry.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's such a excellent example of what you want to shoot for as far as what you have for your facility for your animals. It's beautiful.
Did you guys like take anything new from it this year? Other than, oh my gosh, all these amazing animals.
Well, I mean, they did several things. Like they had an opening where we, were getting bagels and coffee and stuff like that. But then they had a ball python trivia test, and we were in groups to see, who knew the most about ball pythons. And there were two groups that tied. I was in one of the tied group. We were battling out with Antoine from High Desert Ball Pythons. He's
Antoine,
everything. He knows a lot of ball python history. So that was pretty fun. And then they showed us some kind of specific things like what they do with ultrasound, when they do it, and what they see, what they're looking for, and how that affects when they pair. We did a clutch cutting and had people, try to figure out. They did a little game, and Justin would say, what all it looked like it had, and then they had to guess whether the next egg they cut would have more morphs or less morphs, and see who wins that. And
I love that.
Summer did a little tutorial on how to take pictures, and then also the processing. We talked a little bit about the processing of pictures after, and that one of the big points there is you might feel awkward editing your pictures and be worried you don't want to make them look fake or anything, but really the bottom line is you want the picture to be a good representation of the animal. So if you take a picture and it's in lighting that doesn't make it look like the animal, you do need to edit it.
Yeah,
and make sure you edit it, and lighting is very important. And so there's lots of really, I don't know, I'm sure I missed some. You remember anything else, Justin?
You basically covered everything except Chase did a segment on the shipping process.
I missed that.
Yeah, unboxing the animals. Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. I'm glad you guys got to go and experience that. And of course meet up there. So that's really awesome.
So we'll see you next year, right?
I want to go. Yeah. Sounds like fun. I mean, granted, I will be the one, like, not the one person who isn't like fully into the ball python thing, but that's okay. I can learn. I work for RGI. I gotta. So
there you go.
There's one guy there. Do you remember the guy's name that was from the Northeast? I want to say he's like, yeah, I don't have any ball pythons at all, but he was excited.
Aw.
Jeremy Johnson.
Jeremy, that's
Johnson?
it. I knew it started with a J.
Oh, so what did he work with if he doesn't have any ball pythons?
Oh, I know he talked to me about blue tongues. What did you say, Justin?
Yeah, I think he was working with geckos, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's got geckos too. Geckos and blue tongues and
oh, that's cool.
But yeah,
nice.
He said he was thinking about ball pythons, and we said, well, you came to the right place if you're thinking about ball pythons.
He is shooting for the top right there. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. He didn't waste any time. I actually met Jeremy at Tinley.
Oh, okay.
He was asking a few questions about ball pythons, and I told him to join Justin's Patreon, and he joined, signed up on the VIP, showed up at Justin's house. It was like that fast.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, you got to let Justin know that. You need to start getting a percent.
Right.
No, right.
Like, I want my percentage. Come on.
You're recruiting.
All right.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a valuable thing to be a part of. That's for sure. Especially if you're learning and want to have be a part of a network and people you can reach out to that have more experience, and then after you get some experience, be able to help other people. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Random thought. I was meaning to ask Justin, how did you get the name Armless Angels?
Oh, well, I actually came up with it to mess with people, because when people realized I had snakes, they would always come with this, snakes are evil and all of this.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there.
Name, Armless Angel. Yeah, that is it.
Yeah. Oh, that's adorable. I love it. I think the first time I saw your business name, I was like, that's a great name. And there's someone else who has kind of like a similar one. Or at least it's a tagline, or their tagline is Legless Excellence. And so I think of that whenever, and vice versa, whenever I see your business name, but I like it. And I think that's a good, counter to the, snakes are evil. It's like, no, they're, especially ball pythons, they are just little babies. They're perfect. So that's cool. Love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, once again, appreciating these cards. Do you think you'll ever share this design or post it on social media so other people can do something similar, or is it just kind of your thing?
I mean, yeah, I'll share it. I don't mind. I mean, we don't sell them or anything, but I mean, if someone wants some, I mean, we'd be more than happy to get a few made.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sounds good.
That's such a smart idea.
We'll have all Justin's contact info in the description, and we'll give a chance at the end to go through with the best places to reach him. But yeah, reach out to him if you like those cards and have questions.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about these really cool test results you got. So I guess we'll start off with this little guy.
Well, yeah, I purchased it. I purchased it as a inchy ivory clown, hit hypo, possibly spot nose, super GHI, also possibly visual hypo.
Woo!
So
awesome stuff you're rolling the dice for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I actually tested it a few months ago for the hypo, and it proved to be inchy ivory hypo clown. And I was waiting for the GHI, and y'all finally announced the GHI. I was like, bang, there it is. So I sent that off in the bulk order that I did, and it proved out perfectly.
Awesome. Man, look at those odds. And just a
GHI spot nose, inchy ivory hypo clown. Yeah, is it a boy or girl?
It's a female.
That's awesome.
Oh man, she is a powerhouse.
Yeah, the thing is, I really want to see the visual version of it.
That's not ivory.
Yeah.
Right.
Just take one copy of Yellow Belly out.
Right. But I mean, soon enough, we will.
Yeah.
GHI, spot nose, and inchy. Yeah, that would be really pretty.
Patterns for days. Oh
and
man.
I have a weakness for hypo clowns. That's what I'm the most excited. We just hatched out a little hypo clown combo male. I guess it's been about a month now. Yeah, I love getting dark genes, especially into the hypo clowns.
Oh yeah, I love it. I actually work with hypo and desert ghost, and if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely take hypo. I mean, the market probably doesn't like that very much, but I would take hypo over desert ghost.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the good thing. You don't have to choose. You can have both.
Yes. All right. So tell us about this next one.
Okay, that was a purchase from Kenova, which was purchased as an ivory triple hit hypo DG clown, possibly cream, chocolate, spot nose, fire, and redhead. And I basically chose this one because it's not the typical ivory where it's that ivory color. It's more of a solid, bright white.
Interesting.
Which told me that it's got to have something else. I'm not sure what all else, but it's got to have something else in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I tested it, it proved for everything testable except fire.
Woo! Oh man.
That's awesome.
It nailed everything. And the fire's not as important to me because I have so much fire. So I kind of want to avoid it anyway. So that worked out good.
And this is another girl?
Yes, that's another girl. Yep.
Yeah, you got an army.
Yes.
Yeah. All of these girls came from Kenova, by the way.
Cool.
Oh man. It makes you wonder what among those genes is cleaning up the ivory and making it even snowier white, because that is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's snow white. And I mean, you would think that it would be the fire that would make it snow white.
Yeah.
But obviously not.
No.
Necessarily think chocolate and spot nose would. Those are kind of darker, and spot nose keeps, some blacks in there, but interesting.
She's just flawless. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool. And so this third one, I love her little yellowish coat there and the little white nose.
Yeah, now this one has an interesting story. I actually had this one myself. And I bred a spot nose fire yellow belly clown to a cypress leopard clown, and white snakes popped out. And I got 3 of them, matter of fact. So I had yellow belly hiding in that female. So it was actually a cypress leopard yellow belly hit clown.
Surprise.
Leopard hides yellow belly a lot.
Yeah, and it was, as you can see, I mean, it's ivory, but it's not ivory. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. Leopard hides the single copy of yellow belly, but in an ivory, leopard, you can see leopard in there.
Yeah, and it pushes that yellow through beautifully. Like that's a little lemon pound cake of a snake.
Yeah.
I was almost positive that one would prove for cypress just because of the color. So I actually held that animal back. I produced that last year, and I held back all of them until y'all came up with the cypress test. And it did prove out cypress.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, cypress leopard ivory clown. I mean, I'm gonna have to change my breeding plans a little bit, but it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's another one. Would you love to see it without the 2 copies of yellow belly?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, side note, we were talking about how this one, we don't have the redhead test, which you're going to test for that once we're able to develop a test for it. But
definitely.
But we need more sheds to develop a redhead test. So those of you who work with redhead, we would love to get shed samples. Homozygous are ideal, but if you got a het redhead and you know for sure that it is a het, we would love it. That would help us out. So I just wanted to get onto that before I forgot. But so the next one here, why don't you tell us about this? Also a female?
Yep, that's also a female, and I got that one from Kenova.
She's pretty.
Yeah, and I bought that as Inchy Ivory Clown hit hypo, possibly DHI red hit fire, and Powerball.
Man.
And I specifically picked this animal. I don't know if it shows up in the picture, but the dorsal stripe is narrowed in, and you can see the breaking in the dorsal all the way down the dorsal of the snake.
Yeah, I can see little puffs of yellow going down the spine.
Right. That's correct. And you usually don't see that in ivory.
Yeah.
The other genes that Justin had at play in his pairing, I kind of use the process of elimination.
Mm-hmm.
I know what causes that breaking in the dorsal and the narrowing is usually signs of Powerball or either spot nose redhead.
Mm.
So I kind of figured it had to be one of those two. And when I asked Justin, he said it didn't have a wobble at all. So that kind of told me that it's not Powerball. So it's likely spot nose redhead ivory combo.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like we were just discussing, we don't have redhead yet.
Yeah.
So when I got the results back, it came back as inchy, spot nose, ivory clown, hit hypo, possibly redhead.
But then with that broken up striping, there's a good chance it's redhead.
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that would be really cool to see.
Yeah, so that was kind of one time I was kind of excited that it wasn't a super.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I did miss on the super spot nose there.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
But yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna pair to that girl now. I mean, I'd sleep on it.
Well, whatever it is, it'll make some powerful babies.
Yes, she will.
Oh yeah.
So JLP Morphs, one of our sponsees, actually sent us in a video talking about some of their animals and some projects they're working on. So we wanted to show you guys what they sent us.
Everybody, Jay from JLP Morphs with the lovely Lizzie accompanying me right here. Hey, babe. So we're coming to you now from our primary snake room upstairs, where we keep the majority of our large females. RGI asked us to do a quick little intro video, so we figured we'd tell you a little bit about who we are and show you a couple of projects we'd love to work with. So hang on. So Lizzie's here with the two snakes that kind of got us into it. Look, we started, what, babe, November of 20, so we really can't consider ourselves COVID breeders, but originally got into it, one pet, a little normal because of our 10-year-old. I won't say any names, but one of us was terrified of snakes. Who was that? Yeah, me, terrified. And Troy from Balls and Strikes put the first snake in my hand. Wife and kid went on a camping trip. I held her, loved her, and now here we are. So Lizzie's first love.
That's how they get you.
The thing that kind of got her into the idea of, hey, let's see if we can't make this hobby a little business and breed some awesome animals was this. And what you got, babe?
Our first dreamsicle.
It's the first dreamsicle we produced here. We've got plenty growing up. We've got a couple of adults, but this is our first clutch, and they're what, 2.5, 3 months old?
Yeah.
So that's a female holdback right there.
And then for
Still
yours,
love the dreams. And then for me, it was the Xanthic stuff. The very first one I saw, like a lot of them, was the Stormtrooper. Thought they were beautiful. Thought they were amazing. Black and white snake. Now this is a right under a year old pastel Xanthic clown male. We named him Thor just because he's awesome. And Xanthic's kind of what got me into it. We still work the project pretty heavy. We're just doing it a little different now. Desert Ghost, clown, and some things like that. So those are the two that got us into most breeders. You know, we've got our big projects we're working. For Lizzie, it is the Stranger and the Stranger Clown project. Right there, she's holding one of her favorites.
Miss Neely.
She is a pastel leopard stranger, 66% het clown.
Yes.
And then this is Jim. He is a lesser stranger clown, and he is a
I love the name
guy,
Jim.
but he is on feed day.
Grumpy Jim.
It's feed day today. Like I said,
I like him spicy.
Just one of our young males we're growing up right now. He'll be put in the rotation hopefully mid to late next year. The way he eats, he is going to be just fine. That boy likes to slam food. But
Ready.
that is it. Another big project we're really excited about, one I think has got plenty of room to grow, is the puzzle project. So in my hand here is a pastel spot nose lesser breeder puzzle male. We got him from Jeremy Bod. And then in Lizzie's hand is a project we're both super excited about. That is a puzzle 100% het ultra male.
Cool.
I think the puzzle project's got a long way to go. Lots to do. We've got, you know, like everybody, the puzzle het clown. Let's see if we can make something pretty there. And then, you know, we've got a couple females that should be ready, what, early next season, babe? So they're both ready to go. And then some hets, some banana puzzles, things like that. So yeah, we're super excited about this project. Can't wait to see where it goes. Can't wait for that guy to finally get up to size. And I think, what, 6 months, 5 months, he'll be ready to roll? And we'll see what we can do next season with that guy. Another project we got into kind of late was the Sunset Project. Super excited about that. These are 3 animals that we have right now. On the left bottom there is a male GHI. Possible spot nose Sunset. We'll be sending his shed in really soon. That female right there was our very first Sunset. She has so many genes it's hard to tell. Banana, Yellow Belly, Inchy. And then I'm going to cheat and grab her tag just because. Banana, Yellow Belly, Inchy, Leopard, Fire Sunset. And then this is also
Yeah.
an amazing girl that we just
Listen to that
picked up
huff.
from Brock as well. All these came from Brock Wagner. This is a Yellow Belly Sunset Paso D, 66% head lavender, and we just pulled her shed, and we'll be sending that off next week, right?
Yep.
To RGI, so you guys can do what you do. All right, so that's just a few of the projects that we're working here. There's a lot. I mean, we do a lot of pet stuff, a lot of really cool clown combos. We got a ton coming next season. The season's coming down the road, I think. We're super excited, right? Keep growing this hobby, keep growing our business, and again, super thankful for RGI. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for including us in your family. And we're looking forward to everything coming down. Thanks, everybody.
Right
Awesome.
on. Yeah. I got to meet Jay and Lizzie. I think I was at even a couple of shows with them, but my family got to come to the Charlotte one. They were at the Charlotte show, so got
Nice.
to meet my whole family. And anyway, very, very cool people. They do lots of shows. They're in South Carolina, so a lot of southeastern U.S. But if you're at a show where they're at, make sure you come by and say hi. And they've got Morph Market and all that stuff going. So we'll put along with Justin and Armless Angels, we'll put Jay and Lizzie and JLP Morphs. We'll put their info in our description as well, so you can find them. And they're definitely great people. It's cool to see family businesses going and family members that, for me, where I was, none of my parents nor any of my siblings wanted anything to do with what I was doing.
Yeah.
They were thankfully patient with me. At one time, they even let me breed mice in the closet under the stairs in some houses.
Yeah.
I had mice in there, and I don't know why they let me. It smelled horrible for like one day a week right before I cleaned them. But yeah. And then, my wife now, she's thankfully patient with me too, but she's not out in the snake room very often. But it's cool to see, family and friends. And I guess, Justin, where you're at, I learned at the Kenova get together, y'all have a nice pack of breeders there near you. Y'all hang out and talk and work projects together, I guess.
Yeah. We don't work many projects together, but we hang out all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
they have reptile friends nearby.
Yeah.
Are they all like right there in Montgomery or just near Montgomery?
All of Montgomery except two.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Oh, wow.
Couple in Wetumpka.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Miss Sarah Harbin. She's right down the road in Matthews, Alabama, probably about 20 minutes from here.
Oh, you got the Harbins nearby. That's awesome.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. It's like, I want to hang out with
Very
them.
Yeah, I was telling Justin at the get together, I actually lived in Wetumpka for 6 months back in like 2001. I was in Alabama for a couple of years. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think
Small world.
what's his name from with the podcast?
Oh, I didn't know he was in Alabama.
Yeah.
Adam?
Well, he doesn't live in Alabama now. He lived
Right.
in Wetumpka for a good while though.
He's in like Midwest now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
He might even be north. Yeah, I can't remember for sure, but yeah, Adam.
Right. Yeah, Adam.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I was just gonna have Justin let us know where are you mostly online? Are you Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, or where are you hanging out most, and best place for people to catch you?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time on Facebook. I mean, a lot of time.
Okay.
But yeah, you can find me at Justin Thomas on Facebook on my personal page, or on Facebook under my business page. It's Armless Angels, or Armless Angels on Instagram.
Perfect. Well, sounds good. We'll make sure that we have you linked there so people can find you and talk about snake stuff. Maybe ask you about those cool cards you got.
Sure.
But yeah, well, thank you so much for coming on today. It was awesome having you, and thank you to JLP for sending us that nice video. Tell your spicy little, tell Jim that I love him. But yeah, I guess that's all we have for today. So thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. It really helps us get to other people in the hobby so they can follow what we do. And yeah, follow us we're on Facebook, Instagram, and someday I'm going to get my tail into gear and get on TikTok too. So, all right, y'all got anything else before we call it a wrap?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks guys. And we'll see you next week. Outro in 3, 2, 1.